friends, thanks so much for being here. So I'm not really the type that usually is like stalking the UPS man, but I happened to see him drive by the window earlier and I ran out the front door to take a picture because I was really excited because I have some new products that not very many people have yet from the Stampin' Up! Mini catalog that comes out in January. I attended a Stampin' Up! Event this past week. I was able to order some things early. Looks like my helper is already distracted. But I might have had it rush shipped here because I was really excited. I wanted to play and I wanted to share some things with you. So what we're going to do, we do have a visitor. It's been a while. You want to say hey?
Hi.
Hi. So I'm going to show you some of the new products I was able to order that will be coming in January. January 5th is the official ordering date for customers. Anyone who signs up with Stampin' Up! Can order these things beginning December 1st, so I'll mention that. But I'm going to show you some of these products, and we are going to make 3 cards with some of these new products. I'm pretty excited. She hasn't even seen some of this stuff, so this is going to be fun. You can hear some of her reactions, and I want to know your reactions too. Oh, and there may be a giveaway. So stick around, listen, because I might be giving away something that I'm going to show you here. Let's get started. So here you can see the front of the new catalog. Somebody and I have been watching the movie Elf, maybe a couple of times lately. And one of our favorite quotes from Elf, I mean, there's a lot, but is...
It's very purpley.
It's very purpley. If you watch the movie Elf, you will hear it's very purpley. And this catalog cover is very purpley. We love it. Purple is my favorite color. But as part of the Stampin' Up! Event I attended, I was able to pre-order. It's our product purchase premiere. I was able to purchase a select offering of things out of this catalog. So let's look at a few of them. And like I said, we are going to do some crafting. And then at the end, don't let me forget, I have something exciting I want to share that they may be interested in. So let's look at this first. And I haven't learned all the names of these things yet, of course, but this is the By the Bay product suite. So we have this lovely stamp set with the birds, the crab, the
Seashell.
The shell with the pearl inside, and some cording dies, which are really neat. I love these dies that have the embossing accents that don't actually cut through, but they leave that detail, which is really neat. So we have some of those, and then are you wowing over here? She's wowing. Can we hold this so that they can see what you're wowing at?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these papers have beautiful accents on them. They have gold foil, and they also have this iridescent embossing accent as well. We have some fish. Ooh. I actually have not looked through all of these yet in person. So, aren't you like that one? So this side is beautiful, and then when we flip them over, this side doesn't have those foil accents, but we have some that are a little bit more subtle. We have some that coordinate with dies, and just some really beautiful. These, of course, are lovely for the beach and ocean theme, but then cards for men, the colors in these are perfect. So we have some ribbon, and these are just lovely. These are beautiful, actually. But these are called flat adhesive back pearls. I won't remember that, but they are lovely, and I will definitely be using them. So there is something you have to look forward to. Let's look at another product suite. And when I bring these in, I have to manage all the things because there's a bunch of them. Let's look at the bundle first. It's called Desert Details. Now, during our event over the weekend, I was able to see Sarah, I almost said that right, Shelly, the founder of our company, and Sarah, her daughter, who's our CEO, demonstrate this product suite. And they did some really, really neat things with it. This isn't my probably natural style, but I'm seeing some vision for some things to do with this, and I'm really excited to use it. So lovely sequins, some really pretty velvet ribbon. Do you think you can open that? And let's look at some papers. I thought I had these open, but I must have missed these packs. This pack is called Delicate Desert. And let's see what we have inside. Again, this is my first chance looking at it in person, right here with you. So really pretty colors. This is one of my favorite colors at the moment. And let's flip these over. And these are really nice. Some really nice neutral. They're neutral, but with some color. So I think we'll be able to use these a lot. And then you may need some sunglasses. You want to bring those in?
Blue and pink.
These designer papers, these are amazing. They go with the collection. Do you have the name on the back of that? What these are?
Yes.
But they come in these 2 colors, and just a little bit of these is going to add so much to projects.
It's dry brush metallic.
Dry brush metallic specialty paper. Beautiful. All right. You know what? Let's look at one more, and then we're going to craft.
Yes.
I take that back. Let's look at these. Here are some products that are just kind of standalone. If they come as bundles, I don't have the other products with them. I would have to double check, but this one I thought was really nice. I've been talking to a local shop about making cards, and they told me they cannot get cards from their supplier for special things like, you know, from your daughter, from your whoever. So I thought this would be perfect to make some of those specialized cards for that shop. But for, you know, our personal reasons, this would be a great set to keep in my collection for a long, long time. We have letter dies. These are really nice. I like the size of them. I like that they're narrow. That means that we can fit longer words onto our cards. But they're nice and tall and bold and will really stand out on our projects and for scrapbook pages, of course. And this stamp set, I love these big greetings. I have been using larger greetings more and more in my projects. And then we have the smaller greetings to pair with them. So thanks for being so generous. For example, thanks are in order. Congratulations so very much. Thanks so very much. Thanks for everything. There's a lot of different ways we can use these. Okay, now let's make a project. I think let's do this. So I'll mention Sale-a-bration will be beginning in January. If you are familiar with Stampin' Up, I'm sure you know about Sale-a-bration, but what it is for every $50 you spend, you can choose a free product. So I'll be showing you here in a few minutes a few more free product options, but this is one of the options that will be free beginning January 5th with a $50 order. It's called Adorable Owls, and I would say it's appropriately named. Aren't they cute?
Yes.
Do you like these? I figured you would love these. So we are going to make a cute little card with this. I've prepared a lot of materials. Let me show you what I have so far.
Can I glue it?
Can you glue it? So I have a pool party card base. I have a piece of designer paper. This comes from a free paper pack option. I'll show you here in a few minutes. You want to work on that and put that together?
Should I use this or your tea suit?
Here, use this. Now, it's an owl. I'm thinking like, oh, we need a tree on this card. So what I did, I took some soft suede cardstock. I embossed this with the Timber, I believe, embossing folder. And then I just took some scissors and I just cut this strip off to make it look like the edge of a tree trunk. So we're going to put this on our card and bring in this owl and explain what I've done here so far. Now, if you want to make this, like cut out a step and make this yourself, you could stamp the owl onto crumb cake cardstock. I decided, you know what, it's going to be inside of the tree. We're making it look like it's inside the tree. I want to use some dark cardstock, and I've used my watercolor pencils. Yep, right against the edge, except not yet, actually.
Okay.
So I use my watercolor pencils, and the parts that I'm going to color other colors, I use the white, and then we can put the other colors over top and they'll stand out more. For the darker, I colored that with my early espresso pencil. And are you going to color while I do a few other things here? Okay, so let me scoot some things in here. I'm not used to having an extra person in my craft space. I bet you can feel me right now. What would happen if you had an extra person in your craft space? So can you scoot that over right here so they can see what you're doing? So she's just using these watercolor pencils. She's going to put orange over the beak and the feet, and then some of the Bermuda Bay. So here is my tree trunk, and I am going to punch. You could do this with a punch or a die. I'm going to punch a 1 3/4 inch circle out of the center there. Now we're going to attach this to the card after she finishes the owl, and we will put it back behind there. And then we're going to add leaves. So I punched these out with the bow punch. I really like this punch. It's one I've been using a lot. While she is coloring, I am going to add some glue to several of these. So sometimes, depends on what I'm doing, but a lot of times when I'm adding detailed pieces to a project, I just use a few little dots of my multi-purpose glue here because the stuff holds so well. You don't need very much.
Can I cut this out?
So I'm going to put this on, let it dry for a minute while I work on that tree.
Hey, Mama, can I put the glue around this so I can stick it?
So here we go. We have our little owl. It's going to be back behind the tree trunk. Now, I think we should use some dimensionals. What do you think? Okay, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this piece.
The tree could be on dimensionals, and then the owl can be.
The owl can be on dimensionals.
No,
So
the owl
right,
can be like down
yeah.
there.
So basically I'm lining it up with the hole in the tree. I don't have any adhesive on the actual tree, but I lined it up and I'm going to press that down just to hold that piece in place. Now, would you like to add dimensionals to the back of this piece?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
You work on that, and I will trim this up. I thought this was a cute little greeting hoot hoot. You're so cute. And I thought I'd show you a way to make a little tag without a punch or anything. You can just trim the corners at an angle just like that. And I'm going to cut this end off a little bit because I don't think it was quite symmetrical to start with. So we will use this as our tag. I'm going to get a piece of ribbon that I'm going to show you here in a product collection coming up here in just a second. And this will all come together here in just a second.
Now can I stick this thing on?
So I'm curious, Kelsey, show how many dimensionals you put on the back of that. So if you think you're a dimensional overuser, this should make you feel better. Now you have to do it over here so they can see what you're doing. Okay? Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you line it up straight?
I'll try to.
It's hard when that camera's right there.
Did I put it on the wrong side?
You did put it on the wrong side. Here's where we here's
that off?
here's where we improv. So we are going to cut this off. This is, have you ever had helpers in your craft room? This is what happens. It all just falls apart. Okay, I'm gonna get some of this ribbon. She is trimming off the edge. Over here,
Oh.
so they can see. And we will get our leaves and our tag put on, and this card will be done here in just a second. So we didn't get the natural effect of the trunk over here as we had intended, but sometimes you actually end up with better, I actually end up with better projects with my plan B than with my plan A. So I don't know if that ever happens to you. Let's get these leaves put on.
Can I help?
So this is, like I said, I punched these out from the bow punch and have just little dots of glue. I want to put these all across the top to look like they're coming down from that tree. Put one up a little bit higher to cover that right there. And here in a second, we'll trim those edges off after those dry for a second. So I will put the tag right here, I think. Will you put dimensionals on the back of that, please? Run a little strip of tape. Put this here. And then we will put our tag right on top. You want to put it on there?
Yeah.
Right side up, please.
Yeah.
We don't need any more problems.
Okay.
We don't need any more problems.
Okay.
And we better cut our extra pieces off. But I love Sale-a-bration. It's a really exciting time of year. We all like to get free products, of course, and free stamp supplies. I mean, who doesn't want that? So here you can see this cute little owl card made with that adorable owl stamp set that you can get free starting January 5th. Or, like I mentioned, anybody who signs up with Stampin' Up, you can start getting the free items beginning December 1st as well. So if you're interested in that or visiting my website for some more information, I will have links in the video description below. Now let's move on to another product suite, and this is a big one. And you might be seeing something really, really pretty right now. This paper is absolutely gorgeous, but let's work through this stack right here. This product suite actually includes two different Stampin' die bundles. We have the two-tone Flora stamp set and coordinating die set. Here, this die set has this amazing big and detailed die. We have the Something Fancy Stampin' die bundle. This one, I love the greetings in this. We're going to make a card with this one here in just a second. And this is the greeting we're going to use on it. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. But I have some other really nice ones too. Here's to beautiful beginnings and happily ever afters. Grateful for the everyday magic of you. You matter to so many. A nice sympathy greeting. Just some, I like this, nothing fancy, just love. So that's the second bundle as part of this collection. Let's look at some of the papers. This is the Fancy Flora designer paper pack, and it has these prints that look like oil paintings. I'll hold them up a little bit closer so hopefully you can appreciate. They don't have texture, but the texture that they appear to have is just amazing. This one, I really love those colors. Lots and lots of colors and designs and patterns. Use one of these on this card we're making here in a second. And then when I flip it over, we have the ones that are toned down a little bit so that we don't have too many busy things going on our projects. We always have these as options as well. And then this paper right here, fine shimmer paper. I have a feeling I'm going to be using this all the time, everywhere. I kind of want to plaster it all over my house. I don't like glitter that falls off places, but glitter that doesn't fall off, it feels amazing, doesn't it? See, there was a saying from our Stampin' Up event that I think I want to start using if I can remember, and I'm going to use it right now. You can't feel it, but you can see the feel. Can you see the feel? I don't know, but let's say that you can see the feel. Okay, let's make a card with this. I have already used one of those designer paper prints. I've used some of that beautiful shimmery paper. I used the one die set to cut these lovely tags, and I have already stamped that greeting. Now, I haven't finished it. We're going to do a little bit of stamping on this tag with some of those beautiful flower stamps. So I have 3 colors of ink I'm going to be using. I have Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, which these should coordinate nicely with this paper on my card that I have, And then when I add a few leaves in, I will be using soft succulent. So this is a two-step stamp set. I'm going to use this larger stamp with my lighter color of ink and then go over with the darker color of ink with the detail stamp. So we'll stamp this with the petal pink, like I said. Stamp this 2 times. Let's go back over and layer that detail stamp. Now, something I really like about this is you don't have to get these lined up perfectly. You can see I did not spend very much time there trying to get those lined up. I just kind of went with it. So now we'll do the same thing with this cute little detail flower. And let's add in a few leaves. We'll add some leaves there, some more leaves there. If you are organized and you plan things out, you can actually plan out to leave some gaps between your flowers to fill in your leaves. I am usually not that organized, but there is a lovely tag that just took a few seconds to stamp. Now let's get this all put together. I have a piece of ribbon that I am going to use to tie these tags together. So I'll put it through the center of the hole. I like with this tag set, see where the hole is cut out? It is up to you whether you cut that hole out or not. The hole is from a separate die. So I layered that die on top of the big open die. But had I not wanted that hole cut out, I would have just cut the big open die and would have ended up with the tag with no hole in it. So we'll tie our bow. I'm having stage fright right now. I may come back and work on that a little bit later, but here you can see our tag with the little bow. We'll put this right here on top, and let's put some adhesive directly on the back of this one. Then we will put some dimensionals, which my helper has been coloring. If you were wondering why she was so quiet, that's why. She is coloring dimensionals with watercolor pencils. Now I won't have to wonder if the paper backing is still there or not because it has color. If I see the color, I know they're still there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I will put this down first. We'll put this down second, popped up. And I don't think I mentioned much about these, but we have gems that match. We better use them.
Yeah.
Oh, these are so pretty, and these would coordinate. This one I'm choosing right here. We have gems on the loose. This one right here, those are just kind of an iridescent. These would coordinate with anything. We'll put those and one little one right up there. So here you can see our second project with some of these brand new products. Isn't that beautiful? And very simple to create. Okay, I need to sort through my things here. Let's look at, okay, so we're gonna look at a bundle and then we're gonna look at a free Sale-a-bration item. So here's the bundle. This is, I'm kind of partial to this because, you know, we live on a farm. We're more of a corn, soybeans, and tractors kind of farm than animals, but I grew up with livestock. We have 4-H animals, and I just love this. Look at this die set. We have an adorable teeny tiny windmill. We have the sheep with the little spirals that will look like the wool. Dies to coordinate with these stamps, the hills, clouds. Oh, the chicken. The chicken lady is right next to me. My crafting helper is the chicken lady. She takes care of chickens and sells eggs, actually. But lots of things we can do with this. Now, even if you're not from a farm, I have a feeling many of you can appreciate this set. But here's what makes this better. Right here is a free Sale-a-bration item that you can choose to go with that bundle. So what's nice about some of these Sale-a-bration items is, let's say you choose to buy that bundle, it's going to be somewhere around $50. I don't know the exact price. But then if you get that, you can get this paper pack for free. And some of the dies line up. To coordinate, you can cut these out of the paper. So let's flip these over and see what's on the back. And back here, of course, we have the more neutrals. Love this one. It looks like chicken wire. This one looks like rolling fields. The gingham plaid check. And I feel like I'm missing one. Oh. Where's the... Is this the one? Yeah. I love that one. Okay. Okay. I have a couple more things to show you, and then we're going to make one more card, and I will announce that giveaway I referred to a few minutes ago. So let's look at some more Sale-a-bration items, some of the free product choices that are coming. And this, oh my goodness, isn't this beautiful right here? This is the piece that I've already used a portion of it, but let's look at these designer papers, and then we'll look a little bit more at the stamp sets I have here. This is a pack called Dainty Flowers. They're so pretty. I know this time of year, we have the holidays coming, and then for some of us at least, dark, gloomy winter time. And I just love this time of year after the holidays to have these bright, cheerful colors and things to help us to look forward to spring. Oh, that is so pretty. I love that purple. Okay, we'll flip this over, see what's on the back. We always have the toned down options on the back. It's beautiful colors that coordinate with those prints on the other side. Very neat. Love that one. Ooh, neat. Okay. And then let's look at some of the stamp sets. So we already looked at the adorable owls. Sending support. Here's really nice greeting set. I like this one. It's okay not to feel okay. Courage is being really scared and doing it anyway. Some days are harder than others. Just some nice greetings for some of those situations when you don't really know what to say, and thinking of you may not quite cut it. Here's a fun stamp set. Saw this one demonstrated, and sometimes it's hard to envision what you can do with these, but I saw this demonstrated and you can create some really beautiful projects with it. So last but not least, so I lost my sound for a minute, so you are going to miss part of what has just gone on. But let me show you this bundle quickly. It is called Sweet Citrus, and it is a stamp set and hybrid embossing folder. So what that means is we have the stamp set that coordinates, the stamped images actually coordinate with the embossing folder, and that also coordinates with the die. So let me tell you how I did this. I used these 2 large stamps. I love that it stamps 4 of the lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruit, whatever you want to make these, 4 at one time. I stamped those. I lined that piece of paper up with my embossing folder with the shapes on here. I ran it through and it gave this super cool texture to those pieces. Then I lined up the large die here that cuts out the 4 pieces, ran it through, and got this. Now, you may have to play around with this. With your machine, you may need to do the embossing last, but this worked fine for me. Sometimes if you die cut after you emboss, you can squish your texture, but this worked okay for me this time. So I have these really cool pieces, and we're gonna make a card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, will you stamp this greeting right up here somewhere near the top left? Doesn't have to be exact.
Okay.
Okay. While she is doing that, I am going to put dimensionals on a couple of these pieces, and I'm going to attach this piece to my background. Show you the background. I used that cute little flower stamp to add just a little bit to the background here. Hey, flip it over.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Friends, in case you didn't know this, paper has two sides for one reason and one reason and only. When we mess up our stamping, we can flip it over and try it again. When your stamps are brand new, I bet that's why you had a problem. Sometimes the ink doesn't want to cling to them. I'll show you what I do when they are brand new. You can clean them if you just want to clean them. Sometimes it is easier for me. I just ink it up and I stamp on some scrap paper and then I press and move it back and forth. And that takes that little bit of film, whatever's on there from the manufacturing process, takes it off. And the next time it typically stamps perfectly. So I think that's why she had a little bit of a problem there. We'll do the same thing with this little leaf stamp. And then I am going to stamp a couple of these. And I honestly have not planned out where I am placing my lemons, but you know, it's bound to work fine, right? It's totally bound to work fine. So here's what we'll do. We will put some adhesive on there, please.
Are we gonna cut?
We're gonna put that right here on this card.
Are some of the half of some of the lemons gonna be cut off?
Some of them they're gonna hang over the edge, is my plan. That's my plan. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't go exactly according to plan, but you know. Can you lift it? Here's a 2 stuck down.
I'm bad at this.
You're bad at this?
Mm-hmm.
So if you need to remove it and it doesn't want to come off, the flat spatula end of the Take Your Pick tool can help.
Huh? Can't see it.
If any of you craft with kids, you're going to understand, right? You're going to understand what's going on here. Okay, so let's lay these out. Let's see how they're going on. And then I do want to pop up a couple. I'm just not sure which ones and where. How about we do it just like this? And these two we pop up. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Okay, can you put adhesive on the back of those two and stick them straight down? And I'll put dimensionals on these. Again, I never have to wonder if my paper backing is still on there or not now that they're colored. Okay, I am going to scoot that down a touch because we are going to put, I think I like this one turned this way, this one turned this way. And I think we're going to have to add some embellishments. Oh, do we need to trim that off?
I don't know.
It may need a little ribbon or some gems, but I don't have anything right here, so we will add that. What? You want to find something? Okay. While I'm telling you what's about my little giveaway here, she is going to find, here, most of us back here.
Oh.
You remember that? So here is the deal, my friends. I just happen to have 2 of this adorable owl stamp set. And what do I want to do with the second one? I want to give it away. So if you're watching this video, all you have to do to enter is like this video and comment below. I will wait till next week after this is released. I will announce a winner. I will send you a message and you'll need to reply to me. Send me an email with your address so that I can get it shipped to you. But to be entered, you want some little gold dots?
It looks kind of like lemons.
You think those look like lemons?
Here.
Okay.
This one.
Go for it.
Or should I?
So she's going to do that. So like this video, comment below. I will choose a winner. I am so glad that you watched along. I appreciate you. If you're new here, I hope you will subscribe. And I think that's all. Is that all? I will put a link below if you are interested in access to the new catalog now, to ordering these new products beginning December 1st. I'll put a link down there. You can find out more about signing up and getting the discount with Stampin' Up! If you have any interest in that. It's a great opportunity. We have really fun group of ladies on my team. We do a lot of fun things virtually and occasionally in person as well. I would love to have you join if you are interested. So thanks so much for visiting. Do you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye. Have a blessed day. We'll see you again next time when I or we will be here helping you to hand make with love.